Hi, this is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus, the big top of sports talk radio. Did you hear this?
What would be great? Somebody goes ahead and gets a touchdown. They got to, and then in order to not be penalized, they run it to the ref, and the ref does a celebration thing. That would be awesome.
Clown around with us and stream the show online at thesportcircus.com. Join me as special guest, WNBA World Champion, Big 12 Hall of Famer, and this year's ambassador to the Women's Final Four, Alicia Thompson, Saturday morning at 8 here on NBC Sports 920, The Game. Okay, welcome back to segment 2 of the Sports Circus Friday edition. The Saturday edition can be found on AM 920 here in the Las Vegas Valley, on NBC Sports, also in Southern California, AM 1050, 102.3 FM, and 106.5 FM. And the Sports Circus Saturday edition has also been moved to Tuesday in the Phoenix Valley on 1060 AM KDUS NBC Sports. This segment is brought to you by the American Business Trust Company, specializing in startup capital, mergers, acquisitions, taking companies from point A to point Z, all the way the process from the conception of an organization to the point of selling the company. And if you have any interest in that, if you're an entrepreneur, maybe you have an idea, you want to expand on that idea, give them a call at 657-600-1876. 657-600-1876, American Business Trust Company. So we're back here with Theo Ratliff. We're back here with our intern, Malik, and myself, Sal the Bookmaker. As you could probably see down below here somewhere, it probably says that is my best guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure. So anyway, Theo, you were talking more about the NBA, and let's finish up on that, and then we'll shift on over to the Final Four.
Yeah, just was saying that San Antonio always strong, in the postseason, and with Popovich's teams, he's always preparing everybody. I mean, when I was on his team, I had the privilege of being on his team for a year, and I was a guy that was just coming in to kind of play a role of a backup over Tim Duncan, get a few minutes and be that veteran leader on the team. But Pop prepared his guys so well that he'll not play you for like and have you working out, and then he'll come in and he'll start you. So it's like at any point, anybody on the bench could be a starter that night. And he's shown that throughout his coaching style, and that prepares a lot of those guys that you see just come out the woodwork, like a Jenkins and those guys just come out the woodworks, and you're like, where he been? And
right.
They do a great job with their staff of just constantly training guys, and keeping them in the lab and getting better. And then when they step onto the NBA scene and they get a few games under their belt, now they become, quote unquote, NBA veterans.
Right, now they're bankable veterans, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So when you were playing for Pop, what was your best experience in 30 seconds? What was your best experience with him?
My best experience is I didn't know the way he coached his teams, as far as when you see him doing the interviews with the media after the games. He has a tremendous personality. He's a constant joker and a guy that he's very serious, but with his players, he's very hands-on and a very caring individual and a constant joker. And seeing how the interaction with Tony and Tim and all those guys that have been there for so long was a very fatherly like.
Unlike your relationship with Allen Iverson, right? That's a whole nother discussion. Exactly. I remember those stories. Those are fun. We'll have to do that one another time. Hey, let's talk about the Final Four for a minute. Those are some funny stories you said. So, all right. So now we've got a really interesting set of 4 teams in the Final Four.
Yes.
You've got really strong defense in one organization. You got great rebounding in the other one. You got an unbelievably steady team in another one, and then you've got a very high octane offense in another.
Yes, and all those teams, with the exception of South Carolina. I've watched, a lot of times this year, and North Carolina is just a beast. And
they
Jackson,
own the boards. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with their interior and those guys banging down low, controlling the paint, they definitely put themselves in a great position. And you saw that dominance in them being able to get to the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight. And then you have a Gonzaga who's just been a steady team. And I think, most of those guys were transfers. So I think with what they've shown, and they kind of tried to knock the league that they came out of, but they've shown that they deserve to be where they are as far as when they took that number one spot, in the NCAAs. And, just a solid team that doesn't try to do a whole lot. They're not going to give you a whole lot of flash, but it's just a consistent team that's not going to make a lot of mistakes. And then you got a South Carolina team, but that I really got a heart for them because they get in your butt on defense. They're definitely the top defensive team in the Final Four right now. And Thornberg is shown that he's a bona fide NBA player.
Right.
That's going to be something to reckon with once he get to that next level.
Right. He could shoot it from the arch and he could bang it down low. I like that about him. But South Carolina's had the toughest road out of these four teams. Yes. I mean not only have they won, but this is a team that has made incredible halftime adjustments. The adjustments that they have made have been remarkable. They've been convincing. This is a team that has shown they could beat anybody. I'll tell you what, if I was the other three teams, except for Oregon, because Oregon has an unpredictable, high-octane offense, that's a fun team to watch.
I didn't mention them yet, but
that is
Oregon,
a fun team to watch.
Shown ability to be able to make the plays.
Yeah.
I mean, their guard tandem is, to me, second to none. I mean, those guys have been doing an excellent job of just controlling the game and dominating the game and making big shots. I mean, the guy, I think what he averaged like 5 points, and he's been getting 20.
Right. Yeah, just something stupid.
NCAA tournament. I mean, it's like something crazy, for the guard. So, but I think they're very solid. And then my guy down low, big number 4, just dominated the game. Come in that last Elite Eight and did an excellent job controlling the paint, rebounding the ball, and everything came in there.
Well, they had a convincing win against Kansas, which really says a lot because Kansas, they played a tough Purdue team and they pounded Purdue. Which it really surprised me because they got two giant guys down low, and they play like you and I talked before. They play that old style game with the big men down low, and Kansas handled that very easily. But then Oregon turned around and handled them very easily. Maybe because those contrasting game plans from Purdue from down low to Oregon, you got to cover the entire half court with those guys.
Yes, like I said, their guard tandem. In small forward, that tandem is excellent, and they've shown that they can dominate and take over games, and they got that attitude. They got that real attitude you want to see out of your leadership at the point guard position, and your senior leadership, and I think they are definitely. It's going to be an exciting Final Four.
Well, you've got two really good matchups here, and with contrasting styles and. South Carolina Gonzaga, I think it's a good matchup from a defensive standpoint and a half-court set. And then you've got a wide-open game with North Carolina and Oregon.
Yes. Yeah. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Watch and see if the South Carolina Gonzaga total points isn't higher than the Oregon, because you never know. I mean, look, they scored 65 against Duke in the second half. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, who knew? I didn't know. Did you know?
Not at all.
Scott, did you know? Nobody knew. I didn't know.
I did not know that. That's whoa. Duke must stop playing defense.
And ironically, this was a quality. It was a quality defensive team. So unfortunately, for Duke, for me, it was very tough to watch this. But we saw the emergence of a Southeast Conference football conference basketball team mark their map and say, we are here. Now their recruiting is going to go up, and in turn, the Southwest Conference recruiting is going to go up for baskets, because we don't only play football, we now play basketball. And you have Florida, you had them, and we'll continue with that in segment number 3 here at the Sports Circus. We're right out of time for the segment. See you in a minute.